A huge and heavily acclaimed game publisher has an active job posting. Okay, nothing special there, except this job lists Stadia as a key platform for future development. This is so important for those enthused over the platform for various reasons. See as Stadia support listed in big publishers job posting. Why this is important is SDO Daily, baby. Let's get into this one. What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2KF, PNTS Network, and StadiaDosage, back with another SDO Daily. Can you do us a huge favor before we get into this one? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when we're dropping these doses. We appreciate all of y'all. Straight up, y'all know the deal, y'all know the reason, and by now, y'all should know the slogan. We are not too proud to ask. All right, let's get into this one. All right. So we've been seeing a lot of movement as of late as it relates to Stadia, and actually good news. Various Stadia job postings, speaking of AAA game porting, then the porting tool set in relation to that is behind recent buzz, and now a job posting from a AAA publisher that could signify things to come. So let's take a look at this posting, then examine why it's so important. All right, so let's talk about that. What? The job posting. So what appears to be a recent job posting for Capcom has surfaced. And you know how we do. Let me show you something. Now, shout out to the homie Stadia Rev for translating the job posting because it's in Japanese and putting a snippet out here on Twitter for us to read a little bit more easier. All right, so it says recruiting category under here, development, engine development. All right, and here's the job description. This is in the development work of the Re-engine, which is, you know, acclimated, or a lot of people should be aware is associated to Capcom, which is Capcom's in-house engine. I am in charge of part of that support the entire game engine, including the design and development of the underlying library, the verification of the hardware and the platform of each company, and the support of functions. We will perform basic verification to function integration and application research for releasing game applications to PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, PC, Stadia, iOS, Android, and etc. Now, Capcom is a big get for continued support. Their preceding efforts with Resident Evil 7 and Village were fantastic on Stadia. They were huge difference makers in securing popular AAA content for Stadia in 2021. How much of a difference maker? Well, let's examine. And we'll do so dispelling some common myths heard by mainstream media about Stadia's catalog. So let's do just that. Let's take a look at the numbers. It has often been said that Stadia's catalog is lackluster. Now, as it may be true that the volume is dwarfed by GFN and is beat by Xcloud, terms like lackluster are being used too loosely here. For instance, we've shown you in 2021 how Stadia ranked versus its peers with top retail multiplats. Throughout the year, Stadia has had more of the chart-topping items in that category. However, that was just in the US. US is large and the largest category for the target demo. However, what about other places? Well, we got new numbers in. And not a surprise for us familiar with UK-US trend similarities. However, I think this might be a shock to those newer to the deep diving of gaming news. This comes courtesy of ERA out of UK, who recently put out statistics regarding the top games in that region for 2021. When you bump these numbers up against cloud gaming's catalogs, you get interesting results. Let's check them out. Let me show you something else. All right, so what I've done is I've taken a list of the top 20 games that were out there on ERA's listing, okay? And when you look at the top 20 games, there is several of them that qualify because they're either on at least one cloud platform or others. Now, out of the 20 games that make the top 20 games sold on the ERA list, here are the 8 games that are available on at least one cloud platform. FIFA 22, FIFA 21, Red Dead Redemption 2, Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Resident Evil Village, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, and Guardians of the Galaxy. So when you tally how many of these games that are in the top 20 of the games sold in UK via ERA's list, which is a very heavily regarded list, these are the results that you come up with. Stadia, when you just look at the percentage of multi-plat onlys that is on the list, has 85% of the multi-plats that are on that list. When you bump it up against the entire list, it's 35%. GFN, on the other hand, has 50% of the and when you just ration or look at the ratio of the multi-plats only, where if you bump it up against the entire list, it's 20%. Luna has 38% when you're just, again, engaging the multi-plats that are on the list, but when you engage the whole list, it's 15%. And coming in at last place is Xcloud with 13% and 5% respectively. Okay, so wow, very shocking, because this is coming out of UK of all places, where we hear, oh, well, you know what, that might be the case when you're looking at United States or North America's version of this list, which is NPD, but it's going to be different in the UK. Doesn't look so much so. So with all that said, and with us having those numbers in front of us now, let's go on to the conclusion. I do want to show you one more thing before we get to this conclusion. Let me do that. Let me show you something. This is a tweet from an individual named Pascal Scianti. Okay, who is Pascal? Well, Pascal is a senior lighting and dev artist at Ninja Theory, Xbox game studio, previously of Treyarch and The Initiative, right? And when Capcom's Resident Evil Village was a playable demo on Stadia, he says just now who has Google Stadia could play the demo Resident Evil Village, and he seems to be excited about it. So you have this individual to follow up and said, hold on, you developed for Xbox. Don't you have an Xbox, Pascal? Pretty sure it's available there too. Talking about where he's at. And Pascal says, thanks, no, not even PlayStation 5. Cannot find nothing online or in stores. Wow. Stadia, with its multifaceted means of allowing gamers to engage with top titles, has created an opportunity for even devs who can't access the hardware they make games for. Amazing. Stadia having most of these type of titles is key. It allows them to focus on the largest paying sector of the current niche cloud gaming community, the casual gamer, and allows them to capitalize the most for future growth. Having a company like Capcom back your cloud efforts are key, especially when they have yet to do so for any other cloud platform. And that's it for your boy MM2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, who cares what I think? But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the StadiaDosage. With all that said, peace, and have a wonderful gaming day.